First question, Jim Coyle.
Tamar, the game the other night, you played quite a few more minutes, but got some shots off and looked very, very smooth and comfortable. Was there a difference for you that night, and how can you use that going forward to benefit you?
I mean, I wouldn't say there was too much of a difference. I mean, my focus was a little bit more fine-tuned going into the game. But I mean, I feel like that was, pretty good for, myself personally, for my confidence, and then just, good for the whole team in terms of their confidence in me as well. So, I mean, I would have liked to, come out with the win. That was really what the main focus was. Like, it was like both teams had lost 2 in a row. So, I mean, I didn't want to, let us drop 3, but we got another opportunity tomorrow.
Mike Schumann.
Yeah, hey, Tamar, it's easy for us to say, okay, Tamar's knocking down shots again. He must be playing better. Do you see it that way? And what do you think, if you do see it that way, what do you think's changed for you here over the last couple of weeks?
I wouldn't say it's about, me knocking down shots. It's just me continuing to know what's going to keep me on the floor. Because I feel like with more time, I'll, be able to knock down shots and help the team more on both ends of the floor. But, just staying solid defensively, doing what the coach is asking me, that doing the things that, help me stay on the floor. That's all it really is. Just, sticking to, what I know.
Dustin.
And so, I mean, just what have the last just couple of months been like as you have, worked through a shooting slump, as you've had games where you haven't played as much as you would have liked to? I mean, just what was that whole process like for you? What are some things that you had to work through? And how far do you feel like you've come in those 2 months?
I feel like it was a humbling experience for me. You know what I mean? Just, not, getting too rattled at all, and not, being shaken up by the so-called slump. Just, staying the course and, recognizing, what was going on and knowing that it's hills and valleys on this journey I'm taking. So, just, continuing to put the work in and not doubt myself at all, and I made sure I was, doing things to, keep my head on straight, reading a lot of books, meditating. So just doing things that, and taking care of my mind, that's what really helped me get through these last 2 months.
Tyler.
Hey, Tamar, hope you're doing well. I guess just kind of going on the back end of that question there. You mentioned meditating and reading books. Like, can you just kind of go into more depth about, what you've been doing to take care of your mind, and why was that something you wanted to do?
I mean, that was something I found, really important, just because, like, everything starts up top. So it's like, that's something that my dad he's big on. And, even last year, like in high school, like the guys that I was around, like the coaching staff, that was something they stressed that was really important. So just, I would say it was just like recognizing that my physical health is just as important as my mental health. So that was all it was. And I wanted to take a more serious approach and actually, put action towards it.
Tom Brew.
Tomorrow, we've talked a lot, especially early in the year, about how you were such a confident kid when you got here. So to go through what you went through and that, what about in regards to talking to people? Like, who is it that you turn to, whether it's teammates, coaches, family, whatever? Who is it do you turn to have good, strong conversations with?
I would say that the main person is really my dad. Like my dad, I can call him and he'll call me just because, like, I'm his son. So he'll know just off of a look on my face, whether he watched the game on TV or he was here, he can have an idea of kind of what's going on with me. So, I have a lot of great conversations with him. Like, a lot of the books that I have, or like he mailed them to me. So I would say my dad and my brother, those are the 2 people that I really, look to, just have open conversations with it, just turn to talk to whenever I'm in need.
Last question, Matthew Byrne.
Hey, Tamar, hope you're doing well. What do you think is the main thing that you've improved on from the start of Big Ten play up until now?
I would say my defense has improved the most, just recognizing what's going on, really paying attention to scout, watching a lot of film with the coaches and, just knowing when things are coming and, being able to call it out. And then the other thing I would say is just like I've figured out like different approaches, to coming off of the bench, just like, really watching the game and like seeing what's going on, seeing what we're doing right defensively, wrong defensively, and then what the other team is doing defensively to exploit that when I get in the game on the offensive end. So I would say those two things are the things I've improved on as Big Ten play has been going on.
All right, Tyler, one more.
Yeah,
Tyler,
tomorrow.
one more.
Tamar, I was just curious, what books you had mentioned the books, like, are there any kind of specific books that you've really been getting into reading?
The main author I've been diving into is John Gordon. I just finished up The Garden. It's another book called Sticking Together by him, and then The Energy Bus. Those are three that I have by him. And then there's another one, just with a lot of inspirational quotes in it. And then I'm trying to remember his name, but like the first he went to IU, and he was like the first African American to play in the NCAA. Like I have that book about that story, and I'm about to start reading that. So those are some of the books that I've been reading.
Is that George Taliaferro?
I think so.
All right, guys. Thank you much. We'll see you tomorrow night, late night.